Hello students, I'm happy to announce the result of IOQM exam, which is Indian Olympiad Qualifier for Mathematics. Now this was new this year for all the Olympiad aspirants. Till last year, there were 4 stages of the exam. The first stage was pre-RMO, in which students of the school participated. The second stage was RMO, in which the students who qualified the first stage participated on the state level. The third stage was called INMO, which students from the entire country participated. In this exam, more than 1 lakh students appeared. Whereas one of our students, Ashank Mittal, he went ahead and scored 64 marks. Isn't it amazing? अगर आपका सपना या आपका मंजिल भी ओलंपियाड एग्जाम को क्लियर करना है तो वेदांतु के साथ एनरोल कीजिए by clicking the link which is given in the description and become a Vedan and with us clear this examination confidently.
What's up people, welcome to the session. How are you guys doing? Welcome. So we're back with the VIP series. As you guys know that we are still doing the VIP series, which stands for very important problems for CBSE 10th, obviously for you guys out there to help you prepare better for the exam. So the chapter that we are on is actually the human eye and the colorful world. We have already done the second session of this. I had actually come live a couple of days ago. If you haven't checked that out, please do check that out. It's an amazing video. Make sure that you get down all the important questions that was asked here. First of all guys, this chapter, it was a super easy chapter. There's nothing much complicated about it. It's just theory. So if you've read through the textbook at least once or twice, this chapter is going to be like super duper easy and you'll be able to answer every single question asked from this chapter. So the topic for today is scattering of light, people. So what we're going to do in this particular series, for all those who are new out there, is that we are going to be taking out about 8 to 9 questions of a particular topic and we're going to try to solve the questions that can be possibly asked from that particular topic alone. So we're not going with the entire chapter. In fact, we're going topic wise. So we're going to give, or we're going to emphasize on the type of questions that can be possibly asked from each and every kind of chapter, every kind of questions or every kind of topic, and we'll try to understand it better and prepare ourselves better for our boards, right? So that's the whole idea. Welcome to the session. My name is Anoop. So we'll get started with the very first question, people, on your screens right now. Now, what I want you guys to do before I start is this. I want you guys to read the question very carefully. If you need a little bit more time to read the question, then pause the video and then try to answer the question by yourself. Now, again, mentally or physically note down which option do you think is the right one before you check the answer. Alright, before I tell out the answer, make sure that you cross check the answer once you do that. Don't ever directly just play through the entire video at 2x wala speed. There's no point in doing that. So make sure that you guys are cross checking the answer. This way it's going to benefit you guys. That's the whole point of this video, right? The whole point of this is to help you guys out. Anyways, you're spending a lot of time on watching a lot of videos, so why not spend it in a productive way? That's all I'm asking. So let's begin, people. With that in mind, here's the first question. The bluish color of water in deep sea is due to what? Options: the presence of algae and other plants found in the water, reflection of sky in water, scattering of light, or absorption of light by the sea. The answer to this question, guys, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, it's because of scattering of light. See guys, here's the thing. So you guys know that the light, which is an electromagnetic spectrum, has different wavelengths, right? Different colors have different wavelengths. So what happens is that the lower wavelengths, like violet, indigo, blue, and all of that, basically scatter much more faster, much more in comparison to the wavelengths of light which are much more higher. Like for example, red, orange, and all that, they have higher wavelengths, so they don't scatter as much, whereas the lower wavelength, that is violet, indigo, blue, and all, gets scattered a lot. In fact, blue is the one that scatters the most, and that's why you can see that the water is also bluish in color. So when the light falls, pretty much all the all the wavelengths gets absorbed. Blue, on the other hand, gets reflected back. That is also one more reason. And second, you can also say that it's because of scattering of light. That is all the dust particles and everything would basically scatter the wavelengths, of light, and you'll be able to see it as blue in color. That's all. But actual color of water, if you've ever taken a glass of water, it's colorless. Water does not have any color. But then when you look at seas and oceans and all, it looks blue in color. That's because of scattering of light. Next question. And sorry about all the sweating, guys, because it's very hot. You guys know how the temperature is. Yes, get used to it. This is how it's going to be every day. It's my workout. Second question. At noon, the sun appears white as the light gets scattered the least. As all the colors of white light get scattered away, blue color is scattered the most, or red color is scattered the most. Like, if you've ever noticed this, guys, on a daily basis, like when you wake up in the morning, the sky is all reddish, oranges and all that. In the afternoon, it's all if you look at the sun, it's almost whitish in color. It's not yellow, it's not bluish, nothing. It's almost whitish in color. And when you go for the sunset again, it looks almost reddish or yellowish in color. What is the reason that in the noon it appears as though it's white? The answer, let's go, people. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's option number A, because light gets scattered the least when it's in noon. Why so? Think about it, guys. If this is the earth, the sun is directly above us. So the light is basically incidenting exactly at, you could say that it's incidenting at 90 degrees. So there's not much scattering happening, or the distance is also pretty less in comparison to when it's in the evening or when it's when it's early morning. The distance that the sunlight has to travel is also much more lesser, and hence lights get scattered the least, and so it appears as though it's white. Now you guys know that white is not exactly a color. It's a combination of all these wavelengths, right? That's why it appears as though it's white in color. Voila, that's all. Third question. Let's go for this one, guys. Another easy question. Now again, as always, I hope you guys are doing it. Pause the video, note down the answer. Here's the question. The clear sky appears blue because of what? Blue light gets absorbed in the atmosphere. Ultraviolet radiations are absorbed in the atmosphere. Violet and blue light get scattered more than lights of all other colors by the atmosphere. Lights of all colors is scattered more than violet and blue by the atmosphere. Which of these do you think is the reason why the clear sky appears blue? When you talk about the clear sky, why does it appear blue and not any other color? These are the 4 options. Let me give you the answer, people. But again, 5 seconds, that's what I'm going to give you. Make sure that 5 seconds, pause the video and let me know what is the answer. Either in the comment section or mentally itself, just note down the answer so that you get to test yourself if you have really understood the topic or not. Alright, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The answer, people, is because, again, as I mentioned this in the very first question, violet and blue get scattered the most. That's why you're able to see all these different colors, whereas red or orange and all does not get scattered at all, especially during the noon and all that. It does not get scattered at all. So that's why you don't see those colors. But again, violet and blue, on the other hand, get scattered the most, and that's why it appears bluish in color. That's all. Simple. Moving on to the 4th question, people. Super easy question. Another application based question here again. The question is this: the danger signals installed at the top of tall buildings are red in color. These can be easily seen from a distance among all other colors. Why do we use red light? That's the question. Like, you've probably seen those red blinking lights on the top of towers and all that, big towers, big skyscrapers and all that. Why red? Why not blue? Why not violet? Why not purple? Interesting colors, no? But why? Why only red? That's the question here. Options: is scattered the most by smoke or by fog? Is scattered the least by smoke or by fog? Is absorbed the most by smoke or by fog? Or moves fastest in the air? What do you think is the answer, guys? Come on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'll tell you the answer. In 3, 2, 1, it is option number 2, guys. Because like I told you, red gets scattered the least because it has the highest wavelength. It gets scattered the least. Whereas violet and blue and all have shorter wavelengths. So they'll not be able to travel as much distance as it's supposed to. See, when you talk about danger signs, you want people to see from a further away distance so that they'll know that, okay, there is something ahead and have to be cautious about how I'm moving or what speed I'm going at. And that is the whole point we use red color, because you want the light to travel a longer distance, and that can happen only for red wavelength or the wavelength of red color, because it has a much more greater wavelength, or it has the highest wavelength among the visible spectrum, and hence it can travel a much more longer distance. And if you talk about the speed, all of them are the same speed, people. It's not that red moves faster than violet. No, they all have the same speed. It's just that they have greater wavelength, so they can travel longer distance. That's the answer. It's a very interesting question. In fact, I still remember the day that I heard this question for the very first time. I was very fascinated by this. I think I heard this the very first time in my 10th grade when my physics teacher told me about this, and I was very fascinated by this. I actually went home and did some research and all on this. I don't know about you guys, but I found this question then and now super fascinating. You know, that one particular color can travel a longer distance. It was very fascinating to me at that point of time. Anyways, short story. Fifth question. These are examples of phenomena of scattering of light, except for which one? Which of these examples is not a phenomena of scattering of light? That's the question, right? Indirectly, that's what they're asking. Options: sky appears blue at midday, sky appears reddish in the evening, rainbow after rain, or red color used as danger signal. Which of this is not an example, or which of this is an example of scattering of light, except for which one, or which of this is not an example of scattering of light? What do you think, people? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I think this is probably the most obvious of the obvious answers, because you have done this in detail in the previous session. So the answer to this question is, you know it, I know it, the whole world knows it, the nation wants to know. Let's give the answer to this. It's rainbows, guys. Because rainbow, there are two things. There are a couple of things that is happening in rainbow, but it's definitely not scattering of light. So you see dispersion happening, you see total internal reflection happening, you also see refraction happening, but what you do not see is a scattering of light, and hence the answer option number C. That's that simple. Sixth question, people. We are almost done. We are a couple of questions away from ending it up. But yes, at the same time, don't lose your josh, don't lose your interest, because all these questions are super important. So moving on to the sixth question, guys. The question is, why does scattering of light occur? Wow. Like, why does it occur in the first place? Options. Let's show you the very first question though. Anyways, options. Light rays are blocked and reflected to all directions by clouds or particles in the air. Light rays are blocked and refracted to all directions by clouds or particles in the air. Light rays are passing through and refracted in all directions by the cloud or particles in the air, or both one and two. Quite an easy question. So yes, guys, you guys know that scattering of light is happening because of dust particles and other kind of particles present in the atmosphere. And this happens, why? Because when the particle size is big enough, or when you have a colloidal solution, when you have particle size between, let's say, 1 to 1000 nanometers, something around that range, what happens is light is much more smaller than that. Okay, right? Even though the dust particles are small, which you can barely see, light is even more smaller than that. So when the light is traveling and when it hits these kind of dust particles, it gets scattered. It does not get refracted, but it gets reflected. Because the dust particle blocks its path, it gets reflected in different directions, or in all the directions, and that is what causes scattering of light. And so the answer, guys, is very direct. It is very straightforward. It is option number A, because in both the options, they're talking about refraction, and dust particles are no transparent objects. If they were transparent objects, then it would have been refracted. But these are all opaque objects. Dust particles are opaque. They're not transparent, right? It's not glass pieces flying in the air. No, it's dust. So dust is obviously opaque, and hence, guys, the right answer is option number 1. Alright, so yes, people, if you are enjoying the session so far, if you have enjoyed all these questions so far, and if you want to have more such amazing sessions every single day, we are coming up with, for all the subjects, we have sessions going on here in the Vedantu platform. So make sure that you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, because we will be coming up with very interesting stuff in the near future to help you guys out, to help you better yourself and better prepare, or better arm yourself for your board exams that is coming up soon. And yes, guys, if you want to study all these topics in detail with the best of the best teachers, you can also enroll into the Vedantu Pro subscription course right now. The batches are starting from 5th of April, so make sure that you have enrolled before that, so that you can get the complete use of this revision course that is going on. So let me tell you what are the advantages, guys. First of all, you have unlimited live session. Amazing news, no? Unlimited live sessions, and all of those sessions will be fun filled, and more importantly, you'll have amazing quiz questions which are waiting in store for you, people. And these quiz questions will also give you an opportunity to understand what are your strengths and weaknesses, and also give you an opportunity to compete with the rest of the world and see where you really stand. I'm pretty sure that many of you guys here want to become state toppers, school toppers, maybe even national level toppers, like all India level rank. You guys want to score all of that, and I know that a a lot of you guys have this aspiration, but how do you know how good you are, right? So you have an opportunity over here in order to check how good you are, to check what are your weaknesses and correct your, or what to say, modify your preparations accordingly. With this, guys, yes, all the sessions are recorded. And the recordings are also not just any normal recording like watching a normal movie. No, it's not like that. In fact, while watching the replays, also you can take the quizzes and check out the leaderboard. Like, how cool is that, right? And every time I think about this, like, fascinating. It's so fascinating because even while watching the replays, you can take the quizzes and check out the leaderboards. So you don't have to, even if you miss out a session, you don't miss out on anything important because everything is right there, right in front of your eyes, plain as day, completely transparent for you to help yourself out, right? With that, guys, you can download all the premium content, every single handwritten note. All of that is available to you guys for your preparations to get better every single day. With all of these people, this is probably the best part, which is going to blow your mind away, and that is that every single session that you attend on the Vedantu platform will not just have one teacher, but with that you will also have someone called as a class teacher to help you clear every single doubt of yours. In other words, you are getting personalized attention for every single session, for every single subject, for every single minute that you spend on the Vedantu platform. And I know that a lot of you guys have a lot of doubts, especially as you're coming towards the end. You have a lot more doubts than usual, and getting your doubts cleared has become a very big problem. Again, guys, don't worry, because the class teachers will ensure that all of your doubts related to that topic will be cleared right there and then. Unlimited doubt solving on time, right there, real time doubt solving, done and dusted. With that, people, you'll also have tests and assignments as well, and these tests and assignments are also designed in such a way that it is definitely going to give you an advantage in your boards, because the questions are chosen from the best of the best sources so that you can benefit again from these. You don't have to go anywhere looking for questions or papers or anything of that sort. Everything is available to you right in front of your eyes. So what are you supposed to do, you may ask? All you have to do, guys, is go to the description of the video that you're seeing right now and click on subscribe to Vedantu Pro right now. Unfortunately, I can't show it to you guys. I wish I could, but unfortunately I can't. But yes, guys, it's just there in the description. So what you have to do is go to the description, click on show more. If you want, I can show it to you guys. Just give me a second. Let me see if I can okay, I don't think, okay, yeah, Google Chrome is not open, so sorry people, but yes, you can check out the link. It'll be there in the description, so just click on the description. You'll be able to see subscribe to Vedantu Pro right now. Once you click on it, people, you'll be able to see all of the details regarding every single session. All the teachers will be teaching you every detail that you need to make a sound decision will be available to you. Everything is completely transparent. You can get a look at it and see for yourself. Now, if you go for the 1 month program, which I'm completely suggesting you don't go for the till 21 wala thing. Go for the 1 month program. If you go for the 1 month program, it's 1,500 rupees. But if you click on this link, automatically there's a coupon code applied to it, and so the price drops down to 1,350 rupees. Such an affordable price for so many things that you're getting at one shot. And if you think about the number of sessions you're going to be attending in that 1 month duration, that's about 8 subjects, right? 8 subjects. That means that per month you would have attended about 200 sessions, which means that per session you're just paying about 6.75 rupees, which is less than a packet of Lay's American style cream and onion. Yes, it's going to be less than that, especially that one. All right. And if you go for the year-long program, people, that is people who are moving from 9th to, let's say you're going from 9th to 10th standard. So if you go for the 1 month program, it's going to be a little higher over here. It's about 3,300 rupees because you're starting a new batch. You'll get a complete revision of 9th standard, and you'll be getting the year-long program for all the subjects. Again, every single subject will be covered over here, and more importantly, you'll be getting the complete support of all the teachers and every single team in Vedantu to help you succeed in the 2022 examination that's going to happen, right? So for all those who are moving from 9th to 10th, this one's for you guys. So for that, again, the coupon code is automatically applied, so the price drops to 2,970 rupees, which means that per session you are paying about 14.85 rupees. That means in that 1 month duration, you have attended about 200 sessions. Now, if you go for the year-long program, it's going to be a little bit more lesser. So if you go for the year-long program, that's from now onwards to March of 2022, 2. Over there, you would have the base price of that is 38,880 rupees, which looks like a big amount, but think about it, guys. You're going to be saving a lot more because again, it's for your own board exam preparations, for your boards where outside you'll have to be paying a little bit more and for a lot less. And here, everything is available to you at just your fingertips whenever you want. You can do it. So yes, guys, the coupon code is automatically applied. So the price drops down to 34,492 rupees. So again, in that 12-month duration, you have attended about 2,400 sessions. That means that per session you're paying about 14.58 rupees. So yes, people, again, it's going to be less than kurkure, solid masti, masala. Yes, it's going to be less than that. All right. So yes, people, with that said, let's move on to the last couple of questions that I left off for you people. Here's the 7th one, guys. Let's take a look at this one. And it's a simple question, but then it's a little confusing. Some of you guys might go wrong. Some of you guys might get it right. All those who get it wrong, don't beat yourself up, because I'll tell you what is the answer for this question. So don't worry about it. Here's the question. Assertion is true solution particles show Tyndall effect. Reason: the scattering is directly proportional to the size of the solution particles. Options: both assertion and reason is true, and reason is the correct explanation for assertion. Both assertion and reason are true, but reason is not the correct explanation for assertion. Assertion is true, but reason is false. Assertion is false, and reason is true. Let's go. Options are much more longer than the question itself. I know, right? Alright, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The answer, people, is that the assertion is not true, because true solution is made up of the same type of atoms. So there will not be any scattering of light or any Tyndall effect that you experience over there. You see Tyndall effect in when you have a colloidal solution, not in a true solution, but in a colloidal solution. So in a colloidal solution where the particles are freely floating around like sand solution, or a mixture of sand or anything else, milk and water, anything of that sort, over there you'll be able to see Tyndall effect, not in a true solution, because again, in colloidal solution, the particle size are much more bigger, and so you'll be able to see Tyndall effect, or you'll be able to see the scattering of light happening. And yes, the reason is correct. The reason is correct, however. Even though the assertion is false, the reason is correct, because yes, scattering is directly proportional to the size of the particles. So if the size of the particles are bigger, then yes, the scattering of light would also be much more significant. So yes, guys, the right answer to this question is option number 4. Assertion is false, but the reason is true. The last and the final question to wrap it all up is the question. This is a phenomena, scattering of wave during dash. Blue color scattered dash compared to the other colors. Options: sunset more yellow, sunset less red, the day more yellow, the day less yellow. I know the options doesn't make any sense at all, but just put it out in the statement, you'll be able to. So you see that, guys, that's probably midday or something like that. Okay, I just gave out the answer. Right. Anyways, so tell me the answer, guys, to this question in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The phenomenon of scattering of light, the wave during this one is definitely during the daytime. People, you can see that because the sun is almost above your head, so it's during the daytime. That's obvious. It's during the daytime. Yes. Blue color is actually the one that's scattered the most, and that's how you see that the clear blue, the sky that you see is bluish in color. Why am I stammering? Compared to all the other colors, compared to yellow, so here you've given it as yellow, so yellow or red is the right answer. So the answer to this question is actually option number C. It's going to be the day, more, and yellow. That's all. This is your homework question as well, people. The homework question is this: the Tyndall effect associated with colloidal particle is due to the dash. Let me know what is the answer in the comment section. Let's see who gets the fastest. Let me know how many of you guys were able to solve all these questions correct. How many of you guys got every single question correct? Let me know in the chat box or in the comment section. Let's see who is those genius and geniuses. Let's see about that. So thanks a lot, ladies and gentlemen, for joining today's session. Thank you for all the support and love. We are almost a family of 70,000 subscribers right now. Do not forget to subscribe, be a part of the squad, and enjoy the rest of the evening, people. Good luck for your exams. Don't stress yourself out. Stay calm. What is that? Stay calm. That's all I can say. Stay calm, and good luck for your exams, and beat the heat by drinking a lot of water and stay hydrated, guys. Take care of yourselves. Until the next time we meet, this is Anoop signing off for the day. Have a great evening ahead. Bye bye. Good night, guys. Take care. Bye.